Okay, let's try this again. I was right in the middle of the second video and my son and his girlfriend from San Antonio stopped in. So it was good to meet her. And we had a nice little visit and now they're gone. So I am going to make the next little batch, and the last one will be the policy envelope and the pocket with all the goodies. So I have kind of prepared these things somewhat. So I cut out these cute little paper wax seals. This is from her Pen Pal collection, from Nanda's Pen Pal collection, and I love them. These are printed on premium presentation paper, which to me gives a crisper or more crisp image. But I had some printed on just the 24-pound Red River paper. This is a double-sided tag little set or journaling card set from, I believe, Vintage Rose. And I am going to, if you can see here, I inked that edge right where that little dividing line is, or the margin. So I'm just going to go over it with this. And then we'll put our cute little, I call them corsages, little, whatever that is, I don't know. We can decide which side we want. That's a pretty one. I like that one. Oh, that one's pretty too. I'm a flower person, so I paint florals, like on canvas, artist situation. And so I just like florals. So, whoops. So let us, where did my, here we go. So I have a little bit of leftover of this. Can make a little bit like that. I don't have any of this ribbon, but this is just from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to use my and I just do the top bit, because if you wanted, you could kind of curl it up a bit like a little ribbon. Just gently roll. This is kind of a brittle paper, so I don't want to totally crease it because it'll just break. You see if y'all are in frame and everything is okay. There we go. I'm going to go on and kind of gently roll this one too. And then I think I want to do that one. That one kind of blends in. So let's do this one. And what I like to use is, where'd it go? This is that baby gauze that you can make baby blankets and burp cloths and whatnot out of at Hobby Lobby. And I just get like a 1/4 yard, and it's 2-ply, but it is so easy to pull apart into single ply. So that's what I do. And then, where'd my scissors go? And then I'll just take off a little bit right here. Kind of make sure it's frayed. That's not exactly straight. And then there. And then I might kind of just scrunch it just a little bit under there. I don't know, maybe. And I'm going to staple it I am a fan of, can't tell which direction that paper goes. I feel like it's that way. Maybe that way. I'm going to use my tiny attacher. It's quick and easy. And there you go. So now you have this little bit. So the scraps that I save are all my little treasures. Look, here's a little bit. Let's see if we have another one. I save these scraps more than anything because I like to put, well, that's cute. I like to put a little bit of fabric on. That's cute. Let's use that. How could we use that? I am going to put a bit of glue underneath here because it is kind of bulky, just to kind of hold it, and then I'll staple. We'll have a little bow right there, and that'll dry clear. Ah, it's upside down. Doggone it. Okay, don't do that. Make sure you're not doing things upside down. Too late now. I'm going to go on and finish this. What a silly person I am. Okay. It'll be all right. I can finagle this. There we go. I cannot believe I did that. Well, actually, I can believe I did that. There. Let's get you over here some. There. So despite the fact that this is upside down, I guess you could cover this up. Why not? That. I'm going to do that because now that I've messed up, we can always fix mistakes. And then maybe we'll find a little flower or something we can fussy cut. Or maybe, let's just see. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I do want this to fold. There. Okay, so there we go. Okay, mistake fixed. No biggie. And then, what could we put there? Oh, look. Will that cover it? Let's try this. Ooh-wee. Oh, we did that. No. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it because this is not, I'm not really going to use this. This is just for here. But you can cover it up. You can put this there. If it's for personal use, you don't have to. You could even put a whole other bit of that there. Or, oh, let's do that. I like that. So what do we have? Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to tear it. I'm going to tear this down here. hopefully. Actually, I'm not. I can never tear little tiny strips like that well. Okay. And let's do this. So if you mess up like I just did, I mean, you can always just put it on this side because this is bulky. You can correct it. And if you want, you can even put a little bit of, that's crinkle seam binding. There, that's cute. People can, you can still write. So there we go. So this and this, even though I goofed, that's okay. So we got that. Now let us move on to these little booklets. This one, this one. So we're going to use our 5x7 bits right here. I like that a lot. We use those too. We use something different. Just fold them again. Are these the ones with the pockets? No. Fold it again. So there's that, easy peasy. And then the things that I brought out are, I have this. This is from, I believe, either her summer cottage collection or her writing papers for the Way of Wisdom. It's one of those two. I don't know off the top of my head. Set that aside. And we're going to tear. I'll do it this way. Like that. And I will keep this for a little bit. Fold towards the end so that we can put it in here, like so. But I had one that had like a pocket in it. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Maybe it was supposed to be that? No. Anyway, I'll just show you how to do a pocket so that I don't have to make a bunch of these. I'm just going to make one. Okay, so if you want this to be a pocket, I'm sure you know this already, you just glue on here and here. I'm going to glue right here just because things don't fall through, even though this is like that. Okay. And you can have one pocket. You can flip it over. You can have two pockets. I'm just going to do one pocket. Or you can close it up like that. So now we have these two. So now one has a pocket and one does not. And these are just good for little journaling pieces. Hot glue. So there you go. That's easy peasy. I decorated again with some doilies, and I used a sticker, a ticket sticker. That's what the doily looks like on the back. So that's all I did on that one. I did this little ticket sticker. This is a doily, a paper doily from Temu. There's no other stamps on here, but you could do stamps. I did ink the edges, but let me trim this off real quick, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I'll have to see what that is. I think it's the pocket, like the library pocket, which you've probably made many of. Okay, so then this, you could put your tag in here if you want. You could put anything in there that you want. The notebook won't fit, but you could put some things in there. Maybe another little note or something. So I have 2 of these, and it's the same process. These are not double printed. If you did double print, like print on the front and the back, it'd be great, with the exception of the fact that it won't be as sturdy unless you use maybe presentation paper. Because I have this sitting right here, I am going to use it and just put a little staple right there. There we go. And then you can ink the edge if you'd like. So we did these 2 things. I've already folded this one, but it's the same process as that, so I don't really need to repeat that. And then we have this pocket right here that I made. And this is another digital print. And I am going to, let's see, what can I put there? I'm going to do that little seam. And why not? It's my favorite paper. Okay, here we go. There. Now, I folded, so this is how it's going to end up being, like this. I folded this in, but it doesn't need to be that way. I'm just going to keep it like that. And I am going to fold this one in just because it gives a nice clean edge. But before I do that, we need to cut out some of the bottom bulk. So on each of the fold lines, we just cut that gusset at the bottom. I'm going to do this one this way. Like that. And then I don't think we really need these. Because this will go up and we will glue to that. Oops. There. Cut this off. This is going to go like that. All right, so I'm going to keep this flat. I'm going to pin this down with some glue. And I'm actually going to put, let's do glue down here first. I'm sure you've made these. And then I'm going to put some, oop, nope. Let's put some glue here. And here. And fold over. And then I am going to trim these little hangy-doos, whatever you want to call them. This. Okay, there we go. So now we have a pocket. I used a doily. Coming up. And a sticker, which I reposition. Here we go. Here. Okay. So I have this big bopper doily that will just do that. A big bopper. So we'll do that. Okay. Let's get this back part on. And let's get this part on. And I'll cut off that excess down at the bottom. And then I had a ticket. Let's see. This is the Coach service. I got this from Temu. If it's a copy of something, I am sorry, I wouldn't know. And I probably not gonna purchase from Temu again if that's what they do. Okay. So I have this, but I'm gonna tear it and I'll put another piece on something else. So let's tear it, put it along maybe here. There, and then this side we can put on, how about this, that we just finished. There, that just gives it a little extra. Okay, let's trim this off. So now we have the library pocket. Temu, Nanda, wherever that went, if I can find it. Here it is. Gauze. And that I kind of did like that. And I stapled like so. I did put For You on there. That was just a stamp that I had, and I'm not quite sure where it ran off to. So I'm not going to do the For You, but that's just a stamp. So if you have a stamp, stamp it before you put it on. This is not even attached. I just shoved it in there to see what it looked like. So there's that. You could put something at the bottom if you wanted. So here's the pocket. And this pocket, I know it's not as tall because I just used whatever scrap I had, but this is the pocket where I put the little journaling spots that I made. Let's see. This is the other one. I put the tags in here. There's another tag. Put one maybe behind there. And what else did I have? I think I put the little booklet that we did behind, like that. That's what I did. This little tag I put in, let me pull this out. I put in here in the pocket, like so, just so that they could see, whoever gets this can see that it's a pocket. So there we go. We have the booklet with the paper, the ones that are double-sided, the tags that we made in the last video, and I think that's it. So that's what goes in this pocket. So I'm going to leave it like this. This is the original pocket. This was all the stuff in the original pocket, but I'm just going to leave it like this so that we know that's what it's for. Okay, let's move on to the next bit. So the next pocket we have is this, and then the last piece will be that this policy envelope with this. So we're getting close. So this is a super easy pocket. I used 2 pieces of, I used this, and then let's use this. So I folded 2, and I kind of put them together. What did I use for the gusset? I just used scrap paper. So let's, since this is already kind of cut into, let's do that. So I just used, oh no, that's going to be more than that. Let's see, 1/2 inch-ish. I don't know. I mean, I don't really measure. I just, not on a gusset. I just get a piece, 2 pieces of paper that I can fold in half like this, so that we can have like an expandable pocket so that you can put more chunky things in. Not just, I mean, they're flat, but they're chunkier pieces of flatness. Like this, like little buttons, scraps, this little thing, wallpaper. That's what I stuffed in mine, plus a little hanky. If you don't have a hanky, maybe you have a little lace that you could put in there for your friend. So we're gonna do that down here. And this is probably super easy for most people. These are all, to me, these are kind of basic things that you can do just to, and to kind of play with and put your own spin on things. Oops. When I'm done, after I finish uploading, I always upload to private, and then I put in all the information, and then I'll publish it. So once it's uploaded, both of these videos uploaded, then I will, let's do this. There. Forgot to do that. So clip your corners before you glue, because then it's a little too late. Let's go on and do that here. Okay. Now we can do this. It just takes off some of the bulk at the corners is what it does. And then we glue. And glue. And now we have this part of the pocket. And then what I decided to do was to add some height to it by slipping this in after the pocket was made. I know that's upside down. This one is not. So let's do this side. So I put that in, got it to, let's see, how tall is this? 3 inches, right? 4 inches. So let's get it to 4, and then that's when I glue it. So here we go. Let's start at the black. That's 4. That is not 4. There. 4 and 4. Once this is in, I put a little bead right under here. And then I go around and around. There. Do that. Once that dries, we can round the top corners. I'm going to show you how I inserted the lace. So this lace is this. And I don't really want to do another pocket, but what I did was I want to save this lace for something because it is vintage. So I cut off this amount, just that could, slip under there. And then I use Fabri-Tac. And I put a bead of glue here. I used just a card. It's all gluey and gross. I can probably wash it and get the glue would come off. And I spread the glue down. I inserted the lace like so. And then, just pressed. Made sure it lined up, with the edge, and then pressed it down. So Fabri-Tac, a little spreader. I don't use my fingers because Fabri-Tac is, I don't know. Anyway, and so I just would cut it like right there and fit it in. After I did this, I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we had some green in there too? So I did the same thing. Can you see that? I did the same thing with the gauze that I did with the ribbon. And I just put a little bead of glue right down here, just on one edge, and slipped it. Well, that's all the stringy side. And slipped it to where it would just peek out a little like that. I will say it's cute, but this little bit tends to want to fold down. So if you opted to leave that out, I mean, it would be okay, I think. If you opted to leave the lace out, it would be okay. So you just do what you want to do. I'm challenging myself to use all of my treasures that I kind of hoard, and instead of I'm just going to round the corner on the 1/4 inch. Okay, so that's that. I did ink everything. I used, this is from Hobby Lobby, and I ruffled it on my sewing machine, and then just, I probably wouldn't necessarily cover that up. I might do it on this side and just stapled it, one staple. The other thing I did is I went through my stamp stash and put stamps here, and then I used that stamp, which is this one that says arrived. I used my arrived stamp, and I used, and this is all from Temu, I believe, and I used this stamp. It's a Visa stamp, but I tried to keep the Visa off of it and just kind of half stamped it like this. I just took it off the page and just stamped it. So if you have stamps, I mean, certainly use them. And I don't know where my little, oh, here it is. Use the stamps that you have. If you do not have stamps, don't worry about it. Put, like right here, I had a little teeny scrap of, here, I have this. A little teeny scrap of a French piece. If you don't have French paper, use music paper. If you don't have music paper, use a scrap from the digital. If you don't have that, but you have a sticker, use a sticker. Use what you have. I get into a pattern of being influenced by other crafters and seeing all their cool stuff that I want it. And so, you know, I'll buy it, and then now I have drawers. And I will say my drawers are relatively organized, but I have plenty. I have plenty. I don't need to buy anything anymore until I really use up my stuff. So I used this that was from Temu, carried it over to the back. I'll put this down just, oh, I like this one better, I think. I like that better. Put it down anywhere. You could put it up there. Just use what you have. And, you know, I know we pay for digitals, and we print because we pay for the ink, and we have all that stuff. But I'm also going to say, don't feel like you have to keep every teeny scrap of stuff. I mean, if you have so many scraps that you're not going to use them in the next few months, that's probably too many. So, in my opinion anyway. So here we go. We have this. I'll go on and clip this on, or staple it on, just on this side. And then these are all the little treasures that I had stuffed in. So I have a little button pack. I have a tutorial on how to paint these little papers, a little hymnal, a piece of vintage music paper, one of Nanda's postcards, a little bit of, wallpaper, and a hanky. So I just put them all like this into a little pile. This on the back. Whoops. Oh my. And then I just put them in here. So if you don't have any trim to use, well, I mean, it's still cute. It's still cute. And if you want to stick that up so people can see what they're getting, we'll do that. You're the designer, so you get to do what you want. And then there's your little pocket. And I'm looking at it, and it's a little bit taller. If you want it to fit into this envelope, this will not work. This is too tall for this envelope. This one isn't. So when you're making it, you need to, how big is this anyway? Oh, it's 3 3/4. Okay, so that's the difference. Where's a sticky note? So this is, I'm just going to put this down so you can see it. 3.75 inches tall. So this is the tall by 6.5 inches wide or long, whatever. So like that. So here we go. I've measured. So it is 6.5 by 3 3/4. If you did 3 3/4, that would be good. This one is 4 inches wide because I didn't move this. I just guessed. So that's what you need. So if you see this for this pocket, those are the measurements that you're going to need. I'll put it in the description. So we made our pocket. And this is the correct size. This one's too big. Set that aside. We made this. We made this. I'm going to stop because this is a little time intensive. And I will see you in a minute.